Hi everybody. So in this video, we're going to look at how we can multiply with mixed numbers. So we'll work through a few examples and then we'll try some exam style questions. And if you want to work along with me, I'll leave a link to this PDF in the description below. So if we begin with example 1, we need to find the product of 1 1/5 and 7/12. So when we multiply with mixed numbers, we need to convert the mixed number into a top-heavy fraction. So if we have 1 and 1/5, well, this 1 is the same as 5/5, and we have this 1/5. So the 1 and 1/5 can be written as 6/5, and we're multiplying this by 7/12. So when you multiply two fractions, we can try and cross-simplify. What this means is, we look for a common factor in the numerator of one fraction and the denominator of another. And we can do this for both, so the 7 and the 5. Now you can see that the 6 and the 12 share a common factor of 6. So we can simplify this by dividing both by 6. And the 7 and the 5 don't have a common factor, so we can leave these alone. So we've got 6 divided by 6, which is 1, over 5, multiplied by the 7 over 12 divided by 6, which is 2. So our product is 1 times 7 over 5 times 2. And if you notice, this is fully simplified because we simplified our question here. Okay? Let's try the second question. So the first thing we need to do is we need to write them both as top-heavy fraction. So this 1 is 4/4 plus the 3/4. So we'll have 7 over 4 multiplied by the 1 and 1/3. So we've got 3/3 in this 1 plus the 1/3 here. So we've got 4/3. Now we need to try and see if we can cross-simplify. So if we look at the numerator and the denominator in opposing fractions, we've got the 4 and the 4. Then you can see the 7 and the 3 have no common factors, but the two 4s do. So we'll divide both by their common factor of a 4. And now we'll rewrite this multiplication. So we've got 7 over 4 divided by 4, which is 1, multiplied by the 4 divided by 4, which is again 1, over 3. So we'll multiply our numerators and we'll have 7. We'll do the same for the denominator and we'll have 3. Now 7 over 3, well, we know 6 over 3 is 2, so we've got 2 wholes and 1/3. This is a simplified mixed number. Let's try question 3. So we need to write them both as top-heavy. Do you want to give this a go yourself? Okay, so the 2 is 8/4 plus the 3, which will be 11/4, multiplied by the 3, which is 15/5. Add the 1 more, 16/5. Now, do you think we can use cross-simplifying here? How would we do that? So you can see that the 11 and the 5 don't have any common factors, but the 16 and the 4 do. So we can divide both by 4. So we'll rewrite the multiplication as 11 over 1 multiplied by 4 over 5. And we'll have 11 times 4 over 1 times 5. And we know that 40/5 is 8. So we'll have 8 and 4/5. How did you go? Let's try some more examples. So do you want to give these two questions a go yourself? Remember to convert them both to top-heavy and then try and cross-simplify. You can pause the video and come back when you're ready. Okay, so welcome back if you had a go. So this 2 is 14/7 plus the 4 will give us 18 over 7. The 3 is 27 ninths, plus the 1 more, so we'll multiply it by 28 over 9. Then you can see the 18 and 9 have a common factor of 9, so we'll divide both by 9. And the 7 and the 28 have a common factor of 7. So we can rewrite this. 18 divided by 9 is 2. 7 divided by 7 is 1. Multiplied by 28 divided by 7, which is 4. And 9 divided by 9 is 1. So we'll have 2 times 4, which will give us 8. Did you get that? And for our next question, 2 and 2/3 will give us 8 over 3, multiplied by 1 and 1/4, which is 5/4. And then we can simplify the 8 and the 4, and there's no common factor of 3 and 5. We'll divide both of these by 4, so we'll have 2 over 3 multiplied by 5 over 1. So for our numerator, we'll have 2 times 5, and for our denominator, we'll have 3. And as a mixed number, we'll have 3 and 1/3. Okay? How did you get on with them two? Let's try some problem solving type questions. So in this question, we've been asked to work out the product of these 3 brackets. Do you want to try and give this question a go yourself? Try and write each of them at the top of every fraction, and then use cross-simplifying. You can pause the video and come back when you're ready. Okay, so welcome back if you had a go. So we've got 4/2 of this 2, take away 1/2, this will give us 3 over 2. We've got 9/3, take away 1/3, so we're multiplying this by 8/3. And then we've got 4, which is 16/4, minus 1/4, so 15/4. And now we can simplify this. We can cross-simplify this 3 and this 3 by dividing both by 3. And we can divide the 2 and the 8 by 2. So I can rewrite this as 1 over 1 multiplied by 4 over 1 times 15 over 4. And then we can simplify the 4 and the 4. So we'll have 1 multiplied by 15 over 1, which will just give us 15. Did you get that 15? Let's try one more question. So in our second problem solving question, we've been told that the area of a square is 18 times the area of a triangle. We need to find the perimeter of the square. So try and work out the area of this triangle, and how can you use that to find the area of a square? And if you know this area, can you find the length of one side? Do you want to give this question a go? You can pause the video and come back when you're ready. Okay, so welcome back. So we'll begin with the area of this triangle. We know the area is 1/2 of a base times the height. So this will be 1/2. The base is 6 2/5, and the 6 is 30 over 5. So we'll multiply it by 32/5, and the height is 5 over 8. So then we can simplify this. If we look at these two, 5 and the 5, we'll both divide by 5, and the 32 and the 8 will both divide by 8. So we'll have 1/2 multiplied by 4 over 1 multiplied by 1. So this will give us 4 over 2, which is just 2. So the area of a triangle is 2 centimeters squared. And then we're told that the area of a square is 18 times the area of a triangle. So the square will be 2 centimeters squared multiplied by 18, 36 centimeters squared. So to work out one length, if we square root with 36, we'll get 6 centimeters. So the perimeter will have 4 lots of 6, 24 centimeters. Okay? If you want more practice with multiplying mixed numbers, you can download the lessons and the worksheets from my website, mrmathematics.com. I'll leave a link in the description below.